Hello and welcome back to another video of Clash Royale. Today, we're gonna try and make it to 1,000 trophies. Now to begin with, we can see that we already have a reward to claim, and it seems to be the option between Barbarians and Cannon. In my opinion, I think Cannon is gonna be much more useful, especially because we will get Barbarians soon anyways. Cannon is especially useful against like Hog Rider, just because it is very cheap for Elixir for how good it is. So I think immediately it makes sense to implement this into our deck and upgrade it too. Now additionally I did get Mega Minion, but we'll just upgrade this for now and maybe replace minions with Mega Minion. Now right there we already have a level 6 cannon, and now it seems that we also get a level up chest. So we'll just claim this and see what it gives us. Some good amount of gold, some gems very useful, and common wildcards. That's huge, and now we actually have to use them because our inventory is full. And there we go. We unlocked Barbarians and a ton of skeletons. And Fireball, the worst card in the game. Not really, but I think it makes sense just because we have the extra gold right now to upgrade all of the things we can as much as we can, because I think it makes sense to try and just keep on going towards getting a higher Princess Tower level from level up chests. Now, I don't actually think I want to put Mega Minion in our deck, and now I just want to check out the daily shop. And honestly, these are fairly good prices for what we're getting. Skeletons, 10 skeletons, 2 Valkyrie, and Goblins. Valkyrie as an Evo, Goblins as a hero, I think, and Skeletons also as an Evo. So I think it makes sense to get these cards because they will be more useful later game too, because they are still relevant later game. Now at this point, I do just want to check out what we can use our common wild cards on. And right now, I think the card we have that is going to be used the most into late game is arrows. So I think we should upgrade arrows. Now we don't want to spend all of our wild cards, and I only use them because it made us, or we wouldn't get wild cards and they would just become gold. And also, let's just upgrade skeletons. Now we can hop into a match, and it's probably going to be more bots this time, but we're still making it slowly but surely to the next arena and towards better gameplay. Now this was a pretty decent sized push, but I think this is hard countered by air units, mini P.E.K.K.A, and just cards that do a lot of DPS. Now I think this is going to be really easy to turn into a counter push. That was also a really bad arrows, but if mini P.E.K.K.A gets a hit, nah, okay. Mini P.E.K.K.A got a hit, that would have been huge, but he didn't. Right here, I think the best counter in our deck is just going to be Kite Bomber. And then we can counter that mini P.E.K.K.A fully for 2 elixir. Again, here he placed a giant, so I think mini P.E.K.K.A-ing that and minionsing that as soon as we can is going to be our best option, because we do not want it to connect the tower. And we're going to put archers because we don't want our mini P.E.K.K.A to take too much damage, and again, we have a huge counter push. And it looks like mini P.E.K.K.A didn't get targeted instantly, so that should be down. Now, this might be... Okay, he arrows, that was smart. So I was going to say we could have made a push off of that and maybe 3 crown from there, but I think it makes sense to go for his other tower now. So we're just going to build up a big push in the back. Now minions is 3 elixir, so this is an equal elixir trade, and I think we can just keep going with like a mini P.E.K.K.A and maybe throw in a bomber. Now I'm going to put the mini P.E.K.K.A on as giant just because I do not want that to get too much damage on our tower, and we can see Musketeer is putting in work already. Now again, the mini P.E.K.K.A should also deal with the knight, and it does. Now he's probably going to defend the mini P.E.K.K.A, yeah, so I think it makes sense to just put into another push. Now here I think we can actually archers this, and that should also deal with his other archers back there. Right here I think we can just kind of bridge spam. Now unfortunately he did arrows that, so we did lose a good amount of elixir from that, but we still are doing good. Again, we've got Musketeer putting in work, And right here, he has no air units on this, so I think it makes sense to go with minions. Mini P.E.K.K.A, he's... Okay, never mind. I was going to say he was leaving the Mini P.E.K.K.A undefended, but he did not end up doing that. Now right here, I do not want Knight to get on tower. And again, I think we can actually just Mini P.E.K.K.A the middle. And that'll be all lovely and jubbly. That was a horrible fireball, and also a King Tower activation. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can get this tower fast. Come on. Oh yeah, that was a horrible arrow split. We got the tower. Now I'm noticing that I'm getting less and less 3 crowns compared to before. Which is either because the bots are better, or maybe they're real people just not in clans. But I think this is a bot because, like, you don't get banners in this arena. Now, right now there is an event going on, but I don't even know if you can participate by just, like, getting crowns in this arena, so who knows. But I do like to just place down as many cards as I can on Giant, because if it does, because the cards are going to go into a push anyways, it doesn't really matter if you spend Elixir on it. And again, like, he could full stop this push with, arrows, but they didn't. Again, that's tower right there, and I think we can actually make this a 3 crown. Because archers can really put in work. Now, right here, I think I am just going to drop a cannon just to see if this will full counter Mini P.E.K.K.A and how much damage Mini P.E.K.K.A does to cannon. So, that was a full counter, and now we have Elixir. Now, I'm not sure why he'd do this, because I'm not going to arrows that. I think we'll just, build up a push at the back, and absolutely obliterate his Goblin Brawler. Now right here, I want to place minions, I want to place Musketeer, I just want to do a ton of damage to this. His Brawler came out, but absolutely steamrolled, along with his Valkyrie. And I think we can get down a second... Not, I thought that was a Musketeer, but we can actually get down that, and that is going to do a lot of damage. And 3 crown him. Of course, we gotta give the good old good game. And we're just gonna keep on going into matches and keep on winning. Now I have yet to lose, but I am still surprised at how close I was to losing last time. I genuinely still can't believe that. I don't know why he would skeletons that, because that's gonna get full countered. But I can actually just arrows this, and that's gonna be all of that push, like, gone. Right here, we're just gonna go minions and bomber. Or the bomber didn't kite it, but it's alright. His Mini P.E.K.K.A did actually get huge damage. I think we should be able to turn that around. Again, I'm not sure why he would fireball that. Probably because he doesn't know better, honestly. But Mini P.E.K.K.A and Bomber are putting in work, and that should be his tower. Now, this isn't enough to put a push in to go for a 3 crown, but it was still some huge damage. I don't want to overspend on defending the Giant, so we're just going to put archers, and I do not want that to take tower, but it's going to take tower. That's pretty bad. I think that arrows cannot full counter barbarians, but we'll see. Because we gotta test the waters, you know? Now this should be a full counter, but we did kind of overspend because it did get hits. Now right here, I think that, yeah, that's fine. That was massively overleveled. In fact, this guy is completely overleveled. His Mini P.E.K.K.A is like double the level of mine. But honestly, still kind of fair. This guy's probably new to the game. Now, I doubt that this guy got, like, this lucky and got this many cards, so he might have actually paid a bit of money to Supercell. I'm not sure why he'd do that at this point in the game, but... Again, that should be a full counter with Musket. Oh, it was not. But that, it's not gonna get too much damage that I'm upset. I'd rather save up Elixir and make a huge push. And honestly, I think we can 3 crown through here, because... Oh, let's cannon this. And let's put Bomber and Minions, because that should be a pretty effective counter. I do not want my Bomber to die, but it's gonna. That was a horrible Mini P.E.K.K.A. Or, sorry, that was a horrible fireball. That was a pretty decent mini P.E.K.K.A though. Now again, I think I'm just gonna cannon this giant, because I do not want giant to do too much damage. But I think this might be, not even close. What am I talking about? I'm gonna drop the mini P.E.K.K.A, and I'm gonna... I think it makes sense to drop the Valkyrie on top of the... barbarians. Right here, I really do not want him to Greek around me, and we are too close to that for comfort. So we're gonna... That was a horrible archers, because that's a full counter, but it's alright. Again, I don't want his minions to do too much damage, and we're just gonna cannon this because it'll deal with the mini P.E.K.K.A. Or cheap. Now again, that was pretty bad barbarians. I am just gonna drop the Valkyrie just to like slow them down. That, oh my gosh, that might take tower if I don't defend. That was almost really bad. And he is getting way too close to taking my tower and my king tower. So I'm just gonna Valk and cannon this because this is actually kind of stressful. Now, I get that he's trying to win here, and that my tower is pretty low, but I do not think that it is start fireball cycling well. But, yeah. We're gonna put him on the defense because we did pretty good job countering. I think it makes sense to arrows this because then bomber should deal with most of the rest. Now he's actually succeeding in this fireball cycle. So I am going to start, not arrow cycling, but we need to drop in arrows on this. He's gonna, oh my gosh. I just lost. That's actually kind of tragic. I'm kind of speechless from that. That's kind of, embarrassing. A little bit more than less, but wow. It's alright, we'll get out of here. Now, at this rate, now that people are getting better also, I think that it makes sense to split this into a part 1 and part 2 for getting to the next arena. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get, I'm gonna go to 800 trophies. And then we'll go to, actually maybe a little more than 800 because it'll get harder. That was actually a pretty effective counter by him, but he's also cannoning, so I'll just drop my cannon. This dude's actually kind of got a little bit of knowledge as to what he's doing, but we'll, like, kite that mini P.E.K.K.A completely. Now, this dude is actually doing a good amount of damage. That was also a pretty good fireball. I think we gotta go super heavy on the offense right now. Because it'll be bad if we do not. He is ahead on damage. And I really do not want to lose again. That was tragic. And then we'll drop the musketeer. Now, I don't know how I'm supposed to get through that defense, because that's actually, like, the whole, like, double goblins is kind of working. I guess we gotta put Valkyrie at the front, and then mini P.E.K.K.A. Because mini P.E.K.K.A is getting caught up and, like, kind of obliterated. So, we'll just... mini P.E.K.K.A is mini P.E.K.K.A. Battle of the P.E.K.K.A.s that are miniature sized, and it came out to a draw. So, I just don't know what to do, because he's actually kind of defending well. So I think we got a new policy of no more letting him get damage, and it'll be fine. Yo, these fireballs are crazy. I gotta watch for that. This guy's actually smart, though. He's not placing goblins on Valkyrie. Again, we can just, like, bridge spam right here. I want to get a Valkyrie out. These goblins, man. gonna have to start arrowsing them once he places them, because I can't just, like, keep sitting here and taking it. Now, oh my gosh, bro. Well, holy arrows value, I guess. But we drop archers. That's already been 3 minutes? Dang. Okay. We're gonna build up a push again, and I think that it would make sense to keep arrows in the cycle. And, oh, crud. I should have placed that in the middle, but it's fine. Come on, Rebecca. So we're gonna go Muskie. We're gonna go Valkyrie. Minions. Holy, oh my gosh, these fireballs are coming out of left field. And I think we should just pre-fire the goblins. That was a horrible prediction. Yo, I'm gonna lose in overtime. That's kind of a little bit crazy. Pretty bad fireball. And we'll save up for arrows. It's this cannon that's, like, destroying my whole push. I think we might have to revisit the deck, because I'm just getting absolutely dookied on right here. Like, oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Yo, buddy! Buddy, please stop. This is mean. This is insane. This is genuinely, like, astounding to me. That he's just doing this good. He's fireball cycling too now, which is phenomenal for me. I'm loving this. I mean, I want to at least survive until the overtime, you know? Okay, we got archers that, and then the Valk on that, but yeah, that's insane. 2 losses in a row. Now, this guy's in a clan, so I'm pretty sure he's a real person, but still not loving this. He did play that well, but that defense was insane. Now, I am gonna change my deck just because I don't love it. But, see, I think I do need to have Giant in my deck just because, like, if I had Giant, it would have targeted the Giant. My units could have gotten his units, and my Giant could have maybe gotten a few hits on the tower. So I think we should kind of go back to square one, because this was a pretty good deck. Maybe we just replace archers. I don't love archers that much. And I think having a cheaper card right here would be better. And honestly, I think it would make sense to replace minions with mega minions at this point in time. And now I think we should have a good deck, because it has a decent average elixir cost. So now I think we can go for the win here. I think that it would make sense to go Knight Mini P.E.K.K.A. Oh, that was an accident. Hold up, we gotta be nice. I'm not sure why he would put, Goblin Cage down, but it's a choice he made. He's placing buildings on bridge. That's a choice to make. Now, I do want to just drop the Mega Minion to not let Goblin Brawler get too much damage. And that should be, that might be tower if he doesn't defend. Okay. Actually, that still might be tower. Boom. I think that we could just, like, Giant, and I don't love the cards I have right now. I'd say we Spear Goblins that, and then this is an insane play, but watch it. Check it out. Now we have a Goblin Brawler down. Now we go Giant, and to deal with his Giant, we'll go Knight. And then in case he places an air unit, we'll go Mega Minion. And that should be maybe... that might be a 3 crown. We'll go Spear Goblins again. We have 6 spear goblins. Yeah. 3 crown. Good game, my dude. Alright. Again, he has a banner. And he's not in a clan. I don't think he's a real person. But Muskie in the back. He's going giant. I would not be upset if I had a goblin brawler on the map. And we'll go mini P.E.K.K.A, spear goblins to deal with air units along with our Muskie. Goblin brawler? I think we should yeah, arrows. Oh, who can 3 crown the other one faster? Okay, that might not be. Okay, I think that's. Wait, whoa. Okay, I saved the tower there. Mega Minion go. I really do not want to lose a tower to this dude, because I would seem like a clown. Goblin Brawler deals with that, and I think we could go Musketeer to get a little bit of ranged damage. This giant is probably going to take tower, unless I get like some huge DPS on him. Yeah, that's... Wait, hold up. Yeah, that... Come on. Let's go knight just to build a huge push. And I think that we should win this. Oh. Barbarians is overpowered in this arena. I think that we could just, like, kite some of that. Yeah. Haha. Some high arena shenanigans are going on here. Now, I think that we could actually go Goblin Cage here. Yeah, we just did some high arena shenanigans on his Barbarians. And that might actually be tower, too. Holy giant value. Alright, good game to him. Even though it's a bot. How many trophies do I have now? We're almost there. Dude, those 2 losses were, like, detrimental. Again, I think we go... Okay, we're gonna go on left side just so we can go offense into... Or defense into offense better. And I think we drop the Goblin Cage to deal with the Giant so that Giant doesn't get too many hits. Now, I do not like the mini P.E.K.K.A on my tower, bro. Stop. Go away, bro. We don't like you, mini P.E.K.K.A. 1 fireball is all it's gonna take. I think we save Giant to kite. Yeah, I think we should kite the Valkyrie. And let's go. Boom. And that is a full counter to Valkyrie. Yeah, that was kind of a waste because he could have just spent the elixir to take that later. But now he kind of won't have as much to defend this. Which I don't actually think he's worried about it. We'll go knight. That should be full counter. No, I'm actually kind of in a good position because I do have my king tower firing at it, and along with my non-king tower firing at things. Again, we'll just go mini P.E.K.K.A down on the map. Now, placing cards at this point is kind of like mindless. It's who can, like, spam faster with, like, the best cards for this arena. Oh, shoot, he has that. It's fine. That's a counter. We'll go Spear Goblins on that. And Musketeer is once again putting in work. I want to save Giant in case he builds a push. So right here, we'll go there. That was a phenomenal sentence by me, by the way. We'll put Goblin Cage down, and it's like, that's an investment for later once it breaks out of the cage. Yeah, I think we'll just, like, let the push kind of die. Well, we're leaking a lot of elixir now, so we'll just put it right back. Absolutely shredded right now. Yo, we have 2 mini P.E.K.K.A.s down. He's just giving us elixir. He's just donating us elixir right now. 2 mega minions. Holy fireball value, but he missed. A swing and a miss. 2 knights down. So many, like... Wow, how do I have so many cards? Dang! That was quick. Alright, let's hop in another match. That's what I want to have. I just want to, like, steamroll people. Again, I think the Goblin Cage investment, just to have another card down, is the method. So we'll make a smaller push for now. Or actually, we can just defend and then put that into a push. Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Spear Goblins will full counter, I think. No? Oh my gosh. Okay, now we start saving elixir. And now we start actually placing cards down. Oh my gosh, no man, no. Yo, Mini P.E.K.K.A. put in work. Again, just drop cards. We're gonna drop the giant. That was pretty bad valve placement, not gonna lie. Giant's gonna also put in work undefended. I might not even have to place another card. That might just be tower. We'll go Goblin Cage, I guess, but... Yeah. Again, we need to just, like, steamroll people. I think 2 more matches. So let's just check in. We got a few, chests, maybe. Maybe get a few useful things, a few upgrades, who knows. A snippet, very cool event. Not super useful, though. And here we go. We have a very good chest. I forget what kind of chest this is, but... Some gold, some barbarians, and some fireball. Fireball. I love fireball. Have I ever told you that? Nonetheless, now we can choose between Mega Minion cards and Battle Ram. This has an Eva, this has a hero, but Battle Ram's pretty good. But I like Mega Minion, especially because it's like in our deck. So let's just get a few upgrades for the Mega Minion. And do like 2 more. Oh, wait, let's go. We can unlock rewards from the Clash Royale. Okay. Oh, we also get a level up chest, but here we go. Destroy enemy crown. Yeah, whatever, bro. I'm not upgrading my Clash Royale. This is a free account. No, screw you. Not happening. And here we go. Maybe we'll get a few good things from here. A banner. That's a pretty nice banner, actually. Maybe an emote. Wait, that's also a cool banner. Not as cool as a banner, but it's just still a cool banner. Pretty cool banner. And is that like realistic? A little bit. Okay. We'll see. Dude, I just got so many now, I think that it won't even let me get more. Anyways, let's go finish this. Let's get 2 more wins. And that'll be it for this video. Because it is already extremely long. Because of how many times I lost. This is tragic, man. Tragic, I tell you. Wait, okay, we kind of came out on top with that on elixir trades, I think. So, oh, holy Valkyrie! Oh. Alright, I think we should just, again, invest in the Goblin Cage. We'll probably have to deal with those archers a little bit, so we'll just throw down a Mega Minion. Yeah. Oh, go for the archers, Mega Minion! Oh, you're not smart, man. It's fine. He's also, like, a little over-leveled, maybe. But here we go. So we have the Goblin Brawler down. He's gonna throw down a Musketeer, so then I also want some ranged damage. And... okay, Spear Goblin's middle. And that's very, very nicely done. I want to save the Giant to, kite stuff. I'm not sure why he put Bomber down. But he did, so... A choice of all time, dude. So we'll throw down the Mega Minion. He throws down normal minions, but we're still doing good. I don't like that my Mega Minion, like, what is he doing? Why isn't he actually going for the archers? We'll throw down Goblin Cage and Musketeer. Goblin Brawler, go! Okay. Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Musketeer should actually put in huge damage. And we want some range damage, but we also want to kite this with high arena shenanigans. Valkyrie is pretty fast, though. But Valkyrie is, like, kind of gone now. We're gonna have to deal with those minions, so we're just gonna do like we always do, place a Mega Minion. Now, he's actually kind of building a decently sized push here. So we want to have things that can hit the air. Dude, holy arrows value. Nice. Nice stuff, dude. Knight the middle. Get that mini P.E.K.K.A. out of my way. Now, if he is Fireball, that's really bad. Because you can just, like, Fireball my tower. And end my career. But Musketeer is, again, putting in work. Or replace that Musketeer with a Musketeer. Split lane pressure works, dude. Good game, my man. Alright. I think that's gonna be all. I really appreciate you watching, and hope you maybe tune in for another one. With that said, have a great day.